Yep, it's the Democratic governor of Colorado's turn. Thanks to Matt on Blue Sky, who, well, he did most of the work for me today. Excellent nomination. Let's check out those links. First one, Governor Jared Polis vetoes bill that would have banned algorithm that White House said drove up Denver rents. Okay, well, that's pretty stupid. Yeah, this involves platforms like RealPage that allow landlords to collude and artificially drive up rents. The Department of Justice is investigating the company for illegal antitrust violations. Several state attorneys general have also sued, including Colorado's. So why did Polis veto this? Because he didn't want to create a hostile environment for landlords. According to his veto statement, quote, "This bill may have unintended consequences of creating a hostile environment for providers of rental housing and could result in further diminished supply of rental housing based on inadequate data." Okay, but what about the intended consequences of illegal price fixing that's driving up rent in your own state, Jared? What about that? Coward didn't want to upset the landlord lobby. Pathetic. Shall we move to headline number 2? Here it is. Governor Jared Polis vetoes Colorado rideshare bill that had strong opposition from Uber and Lyft. Another profile in courage, I see. In this case, Polis killed legislation that would have required Uber drivers to get background checks and allow for rides to be recorded if both the driver and passenger consent. It's aimed at improving passenger safety. Uber threatened to leave the state if it passed, so Polis caved, and he vetoed the bill. Next up, headline number 3, which reads, Polis vetoes bill prohibiting surprise bills for ambulatory services. Thank you, Governor, for letting insurance companies gouge people at their most vulnerable times when they're suffering a medical emergency. Polis stymied the bill because he claimed it would increase insurance premiums by a whopping 73 cents a month. He said, quote, "By every estimate, this bill raises costs for consumers." Well, I'm glad Polis saved consumers about $12 a year so that they can get charged $800 if they end up in an ambulance later. What a prick. But there's more. Can't believe there's more. Polis did all this stuff in like the last 3 weeks, going full goblin mode. Let's check out headline number 4 from Matt. Quote, Jared Polis vetoes Colorado labor movement's priority bill. Well, of course he did. This bill would have repealed a quasi-right-to-work provision in state law that requires workers who vote to join a union to hold another vote to approve paying union representation fees that then allows the union to negotiate with an employer. In that second vote, 75% of workers need to approve it. So it's basically an added hurdle meant to deprive unions of money and workers of effective representation, which is why Polis vetoed the bill that would have removed it. He claimed, quote, "For decades, it has created peace and stability between employers and unions, which is beneficial to workers and businesses in its own right." Business groups lobbied heavily against the bill. Colorado's Working Families Party called Polis's veto a, quote, "betrayal of working people in Colorado." Damn, you're really on fire here, Jared. Polis has a history of doing this. Last year, he vetoed 6 Democratic bills, including ones that crack down on wage theft in the construction industry and improved HVAC systems in schools. Someone please inform the governor that his job entails more than just vetoing good legislation. Actually, I shouldn't say that because he might get other bad ideas. Polis is also currently being sued by a top labor official in the state for taking steps to assist President Trump's illegal mass deportations. Oh, and I don't think I mentioned yet that the governor was one of the early supporters of Robert Kennedy Jr.'s nomination to be Health and Human Services Secretary. Polis claimed he shared a lot of common ground with Kennedy and was, quote, excited about the nomination. It's all just really, really bad. But I guess this shouldn't be too surprising for a governor who's worth somewhere in the range of $500 million. Polis made his fortune selling a trio of internet companies, including Blue Mountain greeting cards and proflowers.com. So he might be a Democratic governor, but really, he's just out there protecting his own class interests. And that's why Jared Polis is this week's Rich Dick. And thank you again, Matt, for doing my work this week. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our new videos. Also, if you want to see Means Morning News in its complete form, not just the clips we post here, head on over to Means TV and get access to all our new episodes and our entire backlog, plus tons of other great movies and original TV shows.